Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachakwadash, Barakatah. Double honors to the elders and the apostles and the righteous men of Great Millstone who teach us this truth and righteousness and sincerity and in brotherly love. And salutations to the hopeful elect, the 144,000 men of Yasharallah, and the 1/3 men, women, and children of Yasharallah. Shalom. This is your brother Shamya coming back at you one more time from the Great Millstone held in the Montana camp. And we just going to jump right into it, and we ain't going to waste no more time. We always like to make a disclaimer. We are not a hate group, and we are not an extremist group. We are a truth group, and we only bring out the truth according to the Bible, according to the word of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. Okay? So this lesson, I'm not going to make this lesson too long. Okay? And I'm going to title this lesson, The Canaanite Woman Was an Israelite, point blank, period. Okay? The Canaanite woman was an Israelite, point blank, period. You got these wacky tacky Christians that just run to these certain verses like the Canaanite woman and and then they run to Cornelius and they try to make it seem like these individuals were heathens of the other nations. No, they were Israelites. Cornelius was an Israelite. The Canaanite woman was an Israelite, right? Timothy is an Israelite. You wacky tacky Christians, you guys are just you running out of your lifeline is through. That plantation Christianity don't work on us no more. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai and the elders apostle Great Millstone, who the Lord set up, we have the truth. And we're going to continue to bring out the truth. We got many, 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 many lessons, us here at Great Millstone, proving that the Canaanite woman is an Israelite. Okay? But we just going to keep going and going and going and keep proving it because we know we got new listeners, okay? And we only do these lessons for the elect of Yasharallah and the 1/3 men, women, and children of Yasharallah, okay? To hell with you other nations, to hell with you heathens, and definitely to hell with fucking Esau, Edom, okay? We have the 144% truth. We're not going to go on the comment boards and debate and argue and go back and forth, comment after comment. It's like, no, man, those days are over. We at the end of this thing. We at the end of this society. We at the end of Esau's kingdom. We're not doing that no more. We're just going to do these lessons, okay? Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai and the elders apostle Great Millstone the Lord set up, okay? That we're going to do these lessons, and that's it. We're not going to argue. We ain't going to debate. We ain't going to bicker. No, we ain't doing none of that shit. Okay? We're going to do the lessons, and we're going to prove everything that we say. Okay? Now, let's go into this lesson real quick. We're going to go to Matthew 15 and 22, because this is where these scoffers and these wacky-tacky Christians, okay, they run to this particular verse right here to try to prove that the Canaanite woman was a heathen. And Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, who they ignorantly called Jesus Christ, that the Messiah, because that's not the Lord's name. The Lord's name is Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, okay? It's not no damn Jesus Christ, okay? And we got many videos to prove that the Lord's name is Yahweh Shai HaMashiach is not no damn Jesus Christ, okay? But they run to this verse right here to try to prove that the Canaanite woman was a heathen, and that Yahweh Shai went to go and heal, and that Yahweh Shai went to go and heal this Canaanite woman's daughter when she, and they'll try to say, well, this was a heathen, a Canaanite woman, and Jesus healed her daughter. No, man. First, these people don't go into words. They don't understand the scriptures that they read. They come to us and tell us that, look, we're teaching false doctrine. We don't understand what we're reading. And that we're twisting the scriptures and we're not reading scriptures in context, which is bullshit. We finna prove everything right now. We finna, hey, let's read this real quick. This is Matthew chapter 15 and verse 22. In the New Testament, It says, and behold, a woman of Canaan. See, they'll just say, see, it was a woman of Canaan. That's it. And they'll just they'll just take it just like it is. It says, and behold, a woman of Canaan came out of the same coast and cried unto him, saying, have mercy on me, O Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Now watch what she says right here. If she was a heathen of another nation, why would she say this right here, what we're about to read? Have mercy on me, O Lord, thou son of David. Why would she? That proves right there that proves that she was an Israelite, because the heathen wouldn't have called on they wouldn't have called the Messiah thou son of David. They wouldn't. The first Yahweh Shai Mashiach was never ever dealing with no heathens of the other nations. You know what I'm saying? And then at the same time, why would this woman that they claim to be a heathen, even though we know that she's not, because she just called Yahweh Shai the son of David. Okay, we're going to prove that too. But she called Yahweh Shai the son of David. You know what I'm saying? And then they'll probably say, well, that doesn't mean anything. He said, no, that means everything. The proof is right what we just read. That proved right there that this Canaanite woman, she was an Israelite woman in the land of Canaan. That's what that means. Okay? Just like in the Old Testament when for example, Uriah the Hittite, okay? Right? He was an Israelite. But that's because they called him the Hittite, that doesn't mean no, he was an Israelite. Okay? Just like this woman right here when it says, and behold, a woman of Canaan, she was an Israelite in the land of Canaan, came out of the same coast and cried unto him, saying, have mercy on me, O Lord, thou son of David. My daughter is grievously vexed with the devil, right? Like I said, that proves right there that this woman is an Israelite, because she called Yahweh Shai the son of David. If she was a heathen, she wouldn't have ran up to Yahweh Shai and said, help me, son of David. That don't even make no sense. Why would this heathen woman know, about this thing of ours? That doesn't make any sense. This woman didn't, if she was a heathen woman, she wouldn't have known about this thing of ours. You know? But let's prove this real quick. Matthew chapter 15 and verse 22, right? Son of David. Now look, check this out. On the bottom of my page in the Cliff Notes, to Matthew chapter 15 and verse 22, look at what it says go to. Matthew chapter 1 and verse 1, and Matthew chapter 22, verse 41 to 42. It says it right there. So we're going to see why, well, we know why the woman, the Israelite woman from the land of Canaan called upon Yahweh Shai and called him the son of David. We know why, because she was an Israelite. But we're going to prove it even more. So Matthew chapter 15 and verse 22, right? On the bottom of my page in the Cliff Notes, I already put it up to the screen. It says go to Matthew chapter 1 and verse 1 and Matthew chapter 22, verse 41 to 42. So first let's go to Matthew 1 and 1. And all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. The Lord had the Spirit jump on me to do this lesson. Now check this out. Remember, Matthew chapter 15 and verse 22, because see, this is what these wacky-tacky Christians don't do. They don't go precept upon precept. In order to understand this verse in the scriptures, you got to go to another verse in the scriptures to get a better understanding of the first verse. Matthew chapter 1 and verse 1, it says, the book of the generation of Yahweh Shai Mashiach, the son of David, the son of Abraham, right? And then it just goes right all the way down to his genealogy, proving that it ain't no virgin birth, because it says this is the generation of Yahweh Shai, right? This is the generation, his genealogy, where he come from, where he descends from. It says the book of the generation of Yahweh Shai Mashiach, the son of David, the son of Abraham, right? And then it just goes to Abraham begot Isaac, and Isaac begot Jacob, all the way down to where it gets down to verse 16, it says, and Jacob begot Joseph, the husband of Mary, of whom was born Yahushai, who is called a Mashiach, right? It says, verse 17, so all the generations from Abraham to David are 14 generations. And from David until the carrying away into Babylon are 14 generations. And from the carrying away into Babylon until Mashiach are 14 generations. It gives you the whole generation, the whole genealogy. Matthew chapter 1 and verse 1 all the way down to verse 17. It gives you the complete genealogy of where and how Yahushai descended from King David, right? You know what I'm saying? Verse 1 again. The book of generation of Yahushua Mashiach, the son of David, the son of Abraham. See, you got Abraham, because, you know, Yahushua descended from Abraham. Abraham begot Isaac. Isaac begot Jacob. Jacob had 12 sons, the 12 patriarchs of Israel. One of his sons was named Judah. Judah, you bring it all the way down, all the way to King David. King David descended from Judah, right? King David, Yahushai descended from King David, which is from the tribe of Judah, right? It all lines up. That's why it gives you the whole genealogy in Matthew chapter 1. Matthew chapter 1 and verse 1, the book of the generations of Yahushua Mashiach, the son of David, the son of Abraham. So my question again, when this woman, this Israelite woman, if she couldn't have been a heathen, because how would the heathen know that that was the son of David, when in the whole book of Matthew, the first chapter, it gives you the whole genealogy. The heathen would have never known the genealogy of Yahushai, Mashiach, unless that woman was an Israelite. You know, an Israelite amongst the race of Israel. A heathen wouldn't have known the genealogy of Yahushua Mashiach. Let's go back to Matthew chapter 15 and verse 22. And it says, and behold, a woman of Canaan came out of the same coast and cried unto him, saying, have mercy on me, O Lord, thou son of David. My daughter is grievously vexed with the devil. It's simple. See, it's simple to us because it's just through the spirit of power, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and the elders, apostles, great millstone the Lord set up. But to these wacky-tacky Christians and these wicked 2/3 of Israel, it wasn't given to them. Okay? Now this is now remember Matthew chapter 15 and verse 22 on the bottom of my page. In the cliff notes, it says go to Matthew 1 and 1. We read that. And it says go to Matthew chapter 22, verse 41 to 42. We're going to come back to that Matthew chapter 15 and verse 22, but we're going to get Matthew chapter 22 first. So this is Matthew chapter 22 and verse 44 to 40, 41 to 42. 41 to 42. And it reads, it says this, while the Pharisees were gathered together, Yahushua asked them, saying, what think ye of Hamashiach? Whose son is he? They say unto him, the son of David. I got to put this up to the camera because remember, Matthew chapter 15, verse 22 told us to come here. Matthew chapter 22, verse 41 to 42, it says, while the Pharisees were gathered together, Yahushua asked them, saying, what think ye of Hamashiach? Whose son is he? They say unto him, the son of David. Because remember, Matthew chapter 15, because these Pharisees are Israelites, right? So he ain't just telling it. Why would, and then guess what? Why would Yahushua, well, we know that the Pharisees were Israelites, but why would he be going to people? Because a lot of these wacky tracky Christians try to make it seem like the Pharisees, a lot of them try to make it seem like the Pharisees wasn't Israelites. So then Yahushua is going to these people, you know what I'm saying, and just asking them just questions that they wouldn't have no clue what he was talking about. Because remember, if these guys, these Pharisees that Yahushua went to and asked them a question concerning, he said, what think ye of Hamashiach? Whose son is he? And they say unto him, the son of David. That also proves that they're Israelites. Because they say the same way that they said the son of David here in Matthew chapter 22 and verse 42 is the same that when the Israelite woman of Canaan asked Yahushua, have mercy on me, O Lord, thou son of David. That's why Matthew chapter 15 and verse 22 told us to come to Matthew chapter 22 and verse 42. The Pharisee said the son of David, this Canaanite woman, this Israelite from Canaan, she said son of David, right? And we know who the son of David is. It was King David from the tribe of Judah, an Israelite king of Judah. The Israelite, he was a Hebrew Israelite from the tribe of Judah. He was the king of Israel. That's what King David was. A Hebrew Israelite from the tribe of Judah, the king of Israel. Proving that this thing is only concerning Israel. Let's go to let's read Matthew chapter 15 and verse 28. Because I read Matthew chapter 15 and verse 22 when a Canaanite Israelite woman from Canaan said, thou son of David. But what I want to do is I want to jump down to verse 28. And this is what it says. Then Yahushua answered and said unto her, O woman, great is thy faith, be it unto thee even as thou wilt. So here's another question to you wacky tacky Christians. Why would Yahushua Mashiach, a Hebrew Israelite from the tribe of Judah, right? When it says it all through the New Testament that he's the savior of Israel, he's coming back to save and redeem his people. That's in Luke chapter 1 verse what's that? Luke chapter 1 and verse that's Luke chapter I'm gonna get it real quick for the new listeners, because that's Luke chapter 1 and verse what's that? I'm gonna put it up to the camera too. Luke chapter 1 and verse 68 on down. Blessed be the Lord Yahweh in the New Testament. Blessed be the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, power of Israel. So he's the God of Israel. For he hath visited and redeemed his people. Who is his people? Israel. Physical Israelites. And have raised up an horn of salvation for us in the house of his servant David. Right? 70. As he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets, which have been since the world began, that we should be saved from our enemies and from the hand of to all that hate us. Right? So, Matthew chapter 15 and verse 28, we're going to read this real quick. It says this. And Yahushua answered and said unto her, O woman, great is thy faith. Why would Yahushua Mashiach be telling this heathen woman, great is your faith? That don't make no sense. That makes no sense. He's telling a heathen woman, oh yeah, you Canaanite heathen woman, great is your faith. That makes no sense, man. But we're going to prove that too. This is Matthew chapter 15 and verse 28, right? Now I'm going to put this up to the camera too. Matthew chapter 15 and verse 28. On the bottom of my page in the Cliff Notes, it tells us to go to Luke chapter 7 and verse 9. You see it. Matthew chapter 15 verse 28. It tells us to go to Luke chapter 7 and verse 9. So let's go to Luke chapter 7 verse 9. Luke chapter 7. Luke chapter 7 and verse 9. Call halam Yahweh Bashem Yahushua hallelujah. Luke chapter 7 and verse 9, and it reads, In the New Testament, it says this. When Yahushua heard these things, he marveled at him. Matter of fact, I'm gonna read I'm gonna read let's read this real quick. I'm gonna read verse 8. It says this. Okay? Matter of fact, I'm gonna read verse 2. Then I'm gonna jump down. It says, a certain centurion servant who was deaf unto him was sick and ready to die. Right? And when he heard of Yahushua, he sent unto him the elders of the Jews. So this whole chapter is concerning the Jews, the Israelites, beseeching him that he would come and heal this servant. Then jumping down to verse 9, it says this. When Yahushua heard these things, he marveled at him and turned him about. Because he says, and when Yahushua heard these things, he marveled at him and turned him about and said unto the people that followed him. So all these people that followed Yahushua, they were all Israelites. It says, and said unto the people that followed him, I say unto you, I have not found so great faith, no, not in Israel. But what I want to do real quick is I want to read verse 6. It says, then Yahushua went with them, and when he was now not far from the house of the centurion, sent friends to him, saying unto him, Lord, Yahushua, trouble not thyself, for I am not worthy that thou shouldest enter into my roof. Wherefore neither thought I myself worthy to come unto thee, but say in a word, and my servant shall be healed. For I also am a man set under authority, having under me soldiers, and I say unto one, go, and he goeth, and to another, come, and he cometh, and to my servant, do this, and he doeth it. Verse 9, when Yahushua heard these things, he marveled at him, and turned him about, and said unto the people that followed him, I say unto you, I have not found so great faith. Because remember, Matthew chapter 15 and verse 28, when Yahushua said to that Israelite woman of Canaan, this is what he said. He said this. Matthew chapter 15, verse 28, he says this. Then Yahushua, because after he healed this Israelite woman of Canaan's daughter, right? Verse 28, this is what Yahushua says to her. Matthew 15 and 28. Then Yahushua answered and said unto her, O woman, great is thy faith. Be it unto thee even as thou wilt. And her daughter was made whole from that very hour. So then remember, Matthew chapter 15, verse 28 told us to go to Luke chapter 7 and verse 9. We read in Luke chapter 7, verse 9. It says, when Yahushua heard these things, he marveled at him and turned him about and said unto the people that followed him, I say unto you, I have not found so great. No, I'm going to read it again. I say unto you, I have not found so great faith. No, not in Israel. But then these wacky-tacky Christians will just read that verbatim and just go with it. No, we're going to go into different translations too to see what it says. This is what it says right here in Luke chapter 7, verse 9. In Luke chapter 7, verse 9, in the contemporary English version translation, it says this, showing you that Yahushua is speaking to his people. Because this is what he says right here in the contemporary English version. In Luke chapter 7, verse 9. It says, contemporary English version, Luke chapter 7, verse 9. It says, in all of Israel. Yahushua didn't say nothing about the other nation. He said in all of Israel. In all of Israel. That's all he said. He said all of Israel, his people, amongst his race. Contemporary English version, Luke chapter 7, verse 9. In all of Israel, I've never found anyone with this much faith. Read it again. Contemporary English version. In all of Israel, I've never found anyone with this much faith. Remember, Matthew chapter 15 and verse 28. On the bottom of my page in the clip notes, it told us to go to Luke chapter 7, verse 9, proving that that woman of Canaan was an Israelite. How do we know? Because we read verse 28 when Yahushua said, "O woman, great is thy faith." Because Israel, right? Israel. You know what I'm saying? This is concerning Israel. Matthew 15 and verse 28 told us to go to Luke chapter 7, verse 9. Luke chapter 7, verse 9, a contemporary English version. It says, "In all of Israel, I've never found anyone with this much faith." Now let's read Matthew chapter 15 and verse 22. Now this is what we're going to do. We're going to prove it even more. Check this out. Matthew chapter 15 and verse 22, when it says this, "And behold, a woman of Canaan came out of the same coast and cried unto him, saying, Have mercy on me, O Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, thou son of David. My daughter," so this is a key word right here, that word daughter. It says, "My daughter is grievously vexed with a devil." Let's look into that word daughter. We're going to look it up in the Greek. Strong's Concordance G2364, right? For daughter, right? Strong's Concordance G2364 for daughter. This is in Matthew chapter 15, verse 22. Now, when you go into the lexicon, to the concordance of G2364 for daughter, in the lexicon, this is what it says. Because there's many definitions, but there are a couple of definitions that just hit hit a home run. For daughter in Matthew chapter 15, verse 22, Strong's Concordance G2364 in the lexicon, it says one of the main definitions, right here, it says this: women of Jerusalem. And all we did was we looked up the word daughter in Matthew chapter 15 and verse 22, when the Israelite woman of Canaan said, "My daughter is grievously vexed with the devil." Proving that Yahushua wasn't healing no damn heathens, man. He was healing the people of his own nation. Matthew chapter 15, verse 22 for daughter. Strong's Concordance G2364 in the lexicon, it says one of the main definitions, okay? It says this. It says women of Jerusalem. And then it tells you to go to Luke chapter 23 and verse 28. This is for in Matthew chapter 15, verse 22 for the word daughter. Strong's Concordance G2364 in a lexicon, it says women of Jerusalem. And then it tells you to go to Luke chapter 23 and verse 28. So let's go to Luke chapter 23 and verse 28. Let's see what it says. Luke in the New Testament. Luke chapter 23 and verse 28. This is Luke chapter 23 and verse 28. And it reads, okay? It says this: I'm going to read verse 26. It says this. Okay, the title reads the crucifixion. Okay, so this is when Yahushua was crucified. It says, Luke chapter 23, verse 26. I'm going to read down to verse 28. And as they led him away, they laid hold upon one Simon of Cyrene, laid hold upon one Simon, a Cyrenian. Right? So it says right here, Simon, a Cyrenian. So does that make him a heathen? No. We know clearly. All we got to do is look in the word Simon, and then it goes back to the Hebrew word Simeon. Simon was an Israelite. We don't want to get off topic though. But it says, and as they led him away, they laid hold upon one Simon of one. It says, laid hold upon one Simon, a Cyrenian, coming out of the country, and on him they laid the cross that he might bear it after Yahushua. Okay, so again, we know that Simon was an Israelite. We don't have to. We just keep sticking to the point. And there followed him a great company of people. That great company of people were Israelites, and we're gonna prove it, and of women, right? So this is this is just a group of women, Israelite women, right? A company of people, of women, which also bewailed and lamented him. But Yahushua turning unto them said, let's see if he's speaking to heathens. Daughters of Jerusalem. Wait a second. Didn't Luke, Matthew chapter 15, verse 22, for daughter, Strong's Concordance G 2364 in a lexicon, it says women of Jerusalem, and then it tells us to go to Luke chapter 23 and verse 28. And we read in Luke chapter 23 and verse 28, it says, but Yahushua turned to them, said, daughters of Jerusalem. So he's only speaking to his people. Again, we proved that in Matthew chapter 15 and verse 22 with the Israelite woman of Canaan. We know that she was an Israelite because they clearly told us, especially for the word daughter, when Yahushua healed that woman's daughter, it told us to go to, for the word daughter, it told us to go to Luke chapter 23 and verse 28, which is what we just read. Yahushua turned to them, said, daughters of Jerusalem, weep not for me, but weep for yourselves and for your children. Okay? And that's the point that we want to prove right there. But here it is right here too. Now Luke chapter 23 and verse 28, because remember, in the lexicon for daughter in Matthew 15 and 22, it told us, it says women of Jerusalem, and then it tells us to go to Luke chapter 23 and verse 28. So then what we did was we looked up that word daughters in Luke chapter 23 and verse 28, when Yahushua said, but Yahushua turned unto them, said, daughters of Jerusalem. We looked into that word daughters in Luke chapter 23 and verse 28. It has the concordance G 2364, the same concordance that it has in Matthew chapter 15 and verse 22 for daughter, G 2364. The same concordance. Matthew 15 and 22 for daughter, Strong's Concordance G 2364. Luke chapter 23 and verse 28 for daughters, Strong's Concordance G 2364. The same concordance. We just proved that that woman in Matthew chapter 15 and verse 22 was an Israelite woman, right? And not only that, her daughter was an Israelite. How do we know? Well, we proved it because it clearly said right here. He told us to go to Luke chapter 23 and verse 28, and it says, but Yahushua turned unto them, said, daughters of Jerusalem. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rechakwadash, Barakatah. Double honors to the elders and apostles and the righteous men of Great Millstone who teach us this truth and righteousness and sincerity and brotherly love. Let's stay strong, Akim. Let's keep pushing this truth. We almost home. Let's keep Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai first. To the next lesson. Kwam Yasharallah, Shalom.